So we're driving for our first video of, well, beautiful day. It's been raining all day, so it's nice to get out in the evening when it's dry. Of course, there are patches of wetness, hazardous as you can guess. And I'm testing out my DJI Osmo 4, brand new Osmo with the lovely mic. And I got the mic is just stuck in my helmet, kind of hanging out here. I couldn't figure out a way to mount it, so I just stuck it, and it's resting against my mouth. That's why it's kind of like I'm talking with chipmunk cheeks. At any rate, let's put that visor down and get me some sunglasses. So we're not going to go for a long ride today because I don't have time for it, honestly. And where I want to go, it'll get dark before all the fun stuff. So I would be basically riding in the dark. But trust you me, we will be riding the very fun and recently discovered by me. I mean, I didn't discover it. I guess I'm just saying that I just found out about it. The snake over here in Southwest Virginia. Actually, it's also in Tennessee because I remember passing the border there of Tennessee, Virginia. And it's probably going to be my weekly ride, to be frank. It's going to be my, I shouldn't say weekly, because I'll probably do more than once a week. My goal is, come on, buddy. I don't trust you to see me, and I don't trust my abilities to properly shift. So here we go. Fast car. Here we go. I will say that this lovely little, what do you call it, dead cat on the end of my mic is 100% itching my nose right now. So they will have to adjust that in the very near future. But to be frank, I'm not even sure this is working. This is a test video, so all this could be for crap. At any rate, it's nice to get out today. Whew. It has been pouring rain all day. So those who don't know, this is my first video of my new channel. I guess I'll call it a new channel. It's going to be Roaming Romy. And I'm Romy. Just, I know that's weird. But R-O-M-I, because my first name is Robert, my last name is Mitchell. So I work for a company, and they use the first two initials of your first and last name to give you an email address. And so it kind of stuck. I thought that's a cool name for a channel, and a channel was born. So, we're going to be doing some rides on this, some BDR. I'm a 40-something male, 5'9", 30-inch inseam. Recently purchased my dream bike, if you were. Dream bike being the GSA Adventure, which we'll go into in other episodes. But the GSA Adventure lowered suspension. Thank you very much. Because I didn't trust myself. Because I hadn't been riding motorcycles for a long time. The last time I rode was, probably 15 years ago. So I wanted to get back into it. So I wanted to make sure I got a bike I could handle and be comfortable on and confident on. So there it is. And what we're looking at here is some of the lovely back roads of Abingdon, Virginia. I'm excited to show people this lovely part of the country and some of my buddies along the way. All right, look at that piercing sun. And hello, moo cows. Moo cow. I know, I'm a dork. So this little ride, do I see what I think I see? It is. It's a punch bug. Punch bug. Anyway, it only works if you have your family with you. What? Another one? Punch bug. That's back to back. Man, this town's full of them, I gotta tell you. And we have a very competitive game of punch bug between my wife and my daughter. It gets pretty heated, to be frank. So let's talk about this bike, shall we? So we're talking about the GSA. I've researched it for years. Actually, I had to update my little notepad. I created a notepad that had all the stuff I wanted to get whenever I bought the bike, right? So it had the lovely setup. I had the Monroney. I knew what I was going to buy, the color. But unfortunately, that things change and models come out, new colors. So I had to update that whenever I was ready to buy this one. And I got the Rally Edition, as you can probably tell. It's kind of the, red, white, and blue. But I don't really see it that way for some reason. It's just kind of cool colors. I see it mostly as navy, to be frank. The tank is mostly navy. But anyway, so I got this, this notepad on my iPhone that I just kind of kept running, and all the junk and accessories and you name it that I wanted to get, I just threw on there. And I'll be going over that in other shows because I haven't got everything yet. So the first thing was the luggage. So I got luggage that came with the bike, obviously, and that's the panniers, the black ones, the hard cases, which today I'm only running the top case. Okay, Mr. Truck, I see you. Oh, that's right. Take it slow. All right. So the top case I kind of keep on all the time, but the side cases, because I have a unique parking situation in my garage, I take those off to make sure that we can park it in the garage. Anyway, so the first thing I got is the Lone Rider. I got a few things from Lone Rider. Lone Rider tent for the BDR. The Lone Rider waterproof duffel bag. And the Lone Rider, I forgot what they call it, but it's waterproof, but it's got an insert that kind of makes it semi-firm. And that's kind of cool because I like the ability to kind of keep nothing in it but still keep its shape, kind of thing. Anyway, so those are the first three things I bought pretty much for the bike. And then I recently, I'm waiting for today, or next week I should say, some Denali lights. So I had to split the purchase up over two different companies. I went to Revzilla, and then I went to Denali's website because they didn't have them in stock at Denali's website, so shame on them. But good thing I had a lot of credit at Revzilla, so I was able to, that's a blue roof. Whew. That way I was able to use some of my Rev cash to go toward the purchase. So I'm getting two, golly, what they called D7s? Or is it D8s? The big honking ones that black out the sun so bright. And I got two other fog lights, the D4 fogs, and I was doing all kinds of research on those two, and I fell upon that setup. I already have some auxiliary lights down there, but I really would rather have the wide band that these fog lights produce, and it's quite wide, and it's ridiculously bright. And of course I have the CanSpark controller to make sure that they, oh, that's pretty. Come on guys, look at this part of the country. That is some nice rolling hills. I'm not sure if you can see it. Probably can't. It never comes through the video like everybody likes it to. Take a picture. Anyway, so the Denali's, I got 2 big D7s or D8s, whatever they're called, 2 D4 fog lights, but they're really wide band. They go like 180 degrees, super bright, and they have a hard cutoff, so you're not going to blind somebody in front of you, and you can keep them as your daytime running lights and have them on non-stop, which is kind of cool. And then I got, of course, the sound bomb horn to go with it, and I gotta figure out a way to install this crap, because I'm not exactly I'm technically savvy, but not automotively savvy or motorcycle gearhead savvy, whatever, you know what I mean. Look at this cloud. This is pretty. I bet we're gonna have a pretty sunset. If I were to guess, you know, all the best sunset. Oh, State Line, what did I tell you? We're heading to Tennessee now. Tennessee, the home of the redneck. No, I'm just kidding. We got plenty of rednecks in Virginia. No, look at that. Another pretty. I'll tell you, after a rain, the fog really cuts down, doesn't it? Or the haze. Yesterday it was really, you couldn't see those mountains as clear, because I rode yesterday the same exact route. So, but like I said, I'm not going to be able to make it to the fun part. Bummer. And partly because I don't really want to, because there's lots of switchbacks, and it's going to be wet, and wet means, you know, slippery if it's got oil on it. I'd just rather not. Again, not as comfortable these days, kind of getting back into the riding. Yeah, see how I'm nervous on even these curves. So, continuing the conversation about what I got for the bike, I guess we'll again go over this later, is this little beaut. This was purchased, you know, $20 from Revzilla, I think it was, for not much at all. I got it because even at the highest setting, it was still hitting me right in the noisy part of the helmet on the interstate, and it was just getting loud. And I'll tell you right now, that was a perfect and wonderful investment, because it does exactly what I wanted to. So, highly recommend that for those having the similar issues. And then last but not least is this lovely setup that you're listening to me on. I got the DJI Osmo 4. I was going to purchase the 3, and they're like, but wait, this is currently available. It was, I guess, I tried purchasing it a month ago. I'm so glad I changed my mind. I had it in the cart, I bought it, and it said, oh, it's a 4-week delay in delivery. I was like, I'll just cancel it. And lo and behold, 3 weeks later, went back on the website, and there's a DJI for Osmo 4. So, I'm not sure the difference, honestly. It doesn't really matter. I didn't upgrade, because I went from nothing to this. But my test videos so far have been pretty amazing. The audio, which I'm hoping is coming through amazingly well, I watched a couple of videos, is the new DJI little microphone thingy. Which I'm gonna, where should I go? Bristol. Yeah, let's go to Bristol. Oh, look at that. It's gonna be pretty. Let's kind of hang out here for a sec. Ugh. Way behind me. Oh, that little thing I see on YouTube. Is my camera on? Oh, it is. Okay. And we got nobody coming. 3 and a 2 and a 1. Vroom. I'm still kind of nervous about first gear too. So what am I going to do with this channel? That's another good question that I'm asking myself. Not that anybody's actually asking me, because who's going to care about me running around some back roads in Virginia and Tennessee? But I thought, you know, I find value. When I was hunting for a bike, I was constantly watching other people's videos. This might not be very fun, just listening to somebody talk as they ride, but I don't know. Maybe it will be. But I'm also going to do what I call daughter diaries. I feel like it's really it'd be really cool if my daughter could have access to some of my thoughts, and to let her know I'm thinking about her when I'm going out by myself. She's constantly wanted to jump on the bike with me and ride around the neighborhood, and of course that's not something I'm comfortable with at this point. You know, she's not old enough to, she's 13, but still, she's got a life to live, and not that I don't, but I'm not quite ready to have that additional liability or risk. So, there's that. Man, this is interesting. Look at that. Look at those clouds. That's crazy. I hope it's coming through that way. I honestly want to adjust my little thing here so that I can get less noise for the microphone. That is one beef I have with this bike, is that it's not exactly intuitive which way this goes. Come on. Okay. Now I'm really frustrated. I have to pull over just to get this thing. Alright, we're pausing it. Alright, recording again. You know, as soon as I pulled over, instantly it was no problem. So, whatever. I'm not sure why it was giving me trouble a second ago. But there it is. Alright, let's check out this sunset. I'll tell you right now, if you live in this area, first off, you live in this area and you got a bike that you want to go riding, text me or whatever, what's it called on YouTube, message me or whatever, because I need more people to ride with. And especially if you have a GSA and you want to geek out on some BMW stuff, I'd love to chat. If you're in Southwest Virginia or in northeast Tennessee, like, you know, the Tri-Cities and Johnson City and Bristol, hit me up. Let's go riding. Man, that is just all kinds of pretty. God is great, isn't he? He's a master painter, master artisan. Anyway, I just got a beep. What's that beep for? I don't know. So, yeah, and for those who don't know, here's a good time to talk about my faith. I am a Christ-loving Christian, saved when I was 12 in Vacation Bible School. I love Jesus. I love serving. I love telling people about Jesus. So if you have any questions, give me a call. Give me a call. Give me a message, whatever. Man, this is so... I put this up for those who are wondering, and I think it made a difference, right? I mean, it's definitely not hitting me on the helmet. It's hitting me right over the helmet, which I think is pretty cool. This is so weird talking to myself. I don't talk to myself. I gotta pretend like I'm talking to somebody, because I talk to people for a living. Oh man, look at that orange. That's just fun stuff, isn't it? I tell you, this... come on, buddy. This cattail is rubbing my nose. I hate it. I'm sure that's annoying, me touching the microphone and all, but I'm gonna have to find another place for that microphone. You know, looking at my rearview mirror, I'm thinking that might be a better view than what I'm looking at. Let's see, I'm coming out of Jonesboro Road. Huh. Bristol Caverns Highway. As you can tell, I have no idea where I am. Except for I just crossed a sign that said Bristol, Tennessee city limits. So I guess I'm near Bristol, Tennessee. My goal is to be back home before before it gets dark. But I do want to test this little camera out in the dark too. I have it at 4K, 60 frames a second, which is going to take up a lot of space, mind you. But I also have, but on field of view is on the wide. Which way should I go? I don't know. Straight? If I knew where I was, that'd make it feel better. And behind me it looks pretty dark now, so I think it just goes straight. Let's just keep on going straight. It said Bristol was this way, didn't it? And now I am talking to myself, because obviously nobody can hear that question. So I think I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I'm in Bristol, but it's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, and I feel like I'm going through neighborhoods, like old neighborhoods, and look at these houses are, you know, pretty cool, but old, and it's a small area of town that requires a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, which is very slow. That's pretty. I like that. I like the old houses. Yes, I was holding second gear too long. Which way, which way, which way? I don't know where I am. Pennsylvania Avenue. I want to go into the sun. Well, that's a red light. There's Euclid. I think I know where I am. I'm getting close to where I know where I am now. Oh, come on. Come on. That was a combination of two annoying things. Couldn't get out of neutral to first, and had the hill start engage, which I never asked for that, but sometimes it's helpful, but more times than not it engages when I don't want it to, and that's another cool building. Of course, it's probably a business. That just ruins it. Oh, I know where I am now. Yes, the famous Volunteer Parkway. And then right nearby, which is, I'll go ahead and go down for those lovely viewers of this channel. If you're watching this, I'm very surprised. I mean, who cares about me? But this is the famous, I don't know what's famous. State Street. Why is it called State Street, you might ask? Well, that should be kind of obvious. It's on the Virginia-Tennessee border. And if you like beer, this place has all kinds of options for you. It looks like it's happening today. Well, what do you got here? Let's see. Oh, I got a little band playing. It's got a lot of nightlife down here if you kind of like that kind of thing. If you want to come get a good dinner, go on a date. If you're single, it's not bad, I guess. They have, you know, the basic fare. Angry Italian. That's not bad, not great. Looks like what day? Today's Thursday. I guess Thursday is a gaming. I'm not gaming. A music event day. I'm hearing music from several venues. Yeah, there's one across the street, Quaker Steak and Lube. Not exactly a local original, but pretty good wings nonetheless. If you've been there, I guess. I got a band playing there. This looks kind of new. Oh, a Star Wars pinball machine. I will be checking that out. Maybe not today, but DIY classes. Some of this stuff's new. 620 State. That's kind of cool. Bloom. A lot of antique stuff here. A lot of food. It's not too bad. Unfortunately, what I don't like about this place is, you know, the undesirables are more prevalent than I would like. Like, I wouldn't be walking down this street by myself as a woman after 10. I also wouldn't be bringing my daughter down here either. It's kind of rough around the edges. Ain't nothing wrong with that for those who like that kind of thing, but it's not my kind of thing. So, if you don't like it, too bad. Where to now? Should be heading back home. Let's go the long way, though. Clinker, 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 clinker. I'm really hoping this all comes out. The problem with all this video and recording, the big problem is now I gotta edit it somehow. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know how to edit videos. I can do photography okay, but videos is a whole nother beast. I think I need to get over. Hello there. Now let's see, hill start kicked in, so that's good. I actually wanted to kick it that time. I mean, it wasn't a huge hill, but it was enough to annoy me. Oh, those look like dead bodies. I know they're not, but at first glance I was like, what's all that? Yes, I slowed down a lot on that curve because I'm still nervous. I think I know where I am now. Yep, Euclid. Euclid is a nice little stretch of road in downtown Bristol that's got really big, nice old houses. Unfortunately, I'm not going that way, but we took a left here. There's Euclid, and you could there's some really, really cool, you know, Frank Lloyd Wright type of stuff. Pretty cool. And then, of course, they have a, you know, you had to build and renovate in a certain way, so they keep up the aesthetic of that area, which a lot of the time I'm not a fan of, but in that instance, I do not mind it. Because I like those kind of developments where they keep the character alive from previous time periods and building aesthetics. Here we go. I still don't know how to get to where I want to go. I'm learning. Give me a break. What should I title this video? I mean, in the beginning I talked a little bit about stuff, but I mean, that's not really going to be worth somebody clicking on it. They'll probably give me a thumbs down, which I don't really care at this point. I'm not trying to get money off this channel. I was going to post stuff because a lot of people helped me out who were BMW enthusiasts and help me with my decision making. I turned the gain down on this microphone to the lowest it could possibly go. And I got that idea from a channel. Let's trip on the interstate for a bit. I got that from watching a video, again, YouTube, of a guy. He said that it was the gain, the regular zero gain, like, you know, standard operating, was way too loud. It was clipping. So I took his advice and brought it down to negative 12. And I suspect that since it's right in front of my mouth and you're hearing all this other noise, though, it might not be a bad idea. One thing this bike's got that's kind of interesting, sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not, is it's got shift assist, but you know, it's kind of neat. It gives you the ability to you know, shift without using the clutch, which again, not a bad assistant in certain situations. But to be frank, I like going through the gears. I like using the clutch. And yes, I'm terrible at first gear, but the rest of them I'm good at. Oh, I shouldn't say good, but good enough. I've had Ducatis in the past. I've had I had a Ducati Monster was my first bike. Loved that thing. Ugh. I should have just kept it instead of getting another bike and trading it in. But I didn't have any money, so I had to get rid of it in order to get my next bike, which was a Ducati ST3. And I got that because I wanted to carry passengers, and it was also a little bit more smooth. So that's how that purchase came about. But then I took a break from riding for a couple of years. Had a series of, well, one annoyingly bad relationship that caused me to sorry, wrong gear again. Rethink my priorities in life. And so once I got that stupid thing, I got a bike, and that one was a Honda VFR. It was a good bike. It had a VFR engine, which kind of is like a VTEC engine, I guess. And how that works is it kind of turned off a couple cylinders when it was in the low rev, and then it turned on in the high rev or something like that. I'm not mechanical, and so it kind of got the feeling of a turbo, and the power when you wanted it was kind of cool. But then I got rid of that one when I got married to my lovely wife. So whenever that happened, I think my priorities were that I want to start a family and all that stuff, which happens to a lot of men. And then later in life, kind of, is this a midlife crisis? I don't know. I like to think it's not, because I don't believe in that kind of crap. But maybe it's a little bit like that. And my wife is, I would say she's not, she didn't bless the purchase, which I don't think any wife does. But I would say she didn't stop me. And that sounds terrible, I know, but I kind of came across some friends that at my church, and they ride, and it got me all excited about having some riding buddies again. So, and we're starting to ride a little bit, and we're going to do the BDR. So, I forgot to talk about the BDR. For those who don't know, the BDR is the backcountry dirt road. They have several of them around the country, but the one that is in this neck of the woods, it starts like 10 minutes from my house, and it goes all the way to New York State. Now, why that's cool is it's not a highway, it's back roads and dirt roads. Now I know my bike is not exactly a dirt bike, but it's an adventure bike. So we'll see how good I do. I did a little bit of it recently, testing it out, and oh gosh, I feel like I'm sort of comfortable on it, and I'm excited about kind of testing myself out more, to the point, just so you know, I'm actually going to take a course, the BMW off-road course, over in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And that's 2 days of nothing but off-road. So I should be able to get used to handling this bad boy. And they actually have my exact bike, so that's kind of cool. I'm wondering, am I going to be able to trigger this darn sensor? Probably not. Let me get farther forward so you can trigger it. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gotta get that sensor triggered. I mean, I don't want to run a red light, but honestly, I don't know if it's going to trigger it. Probably shouldn't record it if I do. And a 1E and a 2E. There's a red light. And that car behind me did move forward, so. Hello, Miss Lady. Extra 5 points in my comments if you can guess what movie that's from. And if you can name the actor. Alrighty. This is a kind of a cool road. I mean, nothing special like the snake that we're going to go on later. But, not later today, but later on this channel. Okay, I need to do another adjustment. There she blows. I need some more air. You know what I'm saying? Air to cool me down. For some reason, my screen is fogging up more than usual. Of course, I do wear glasses, so I got glasses on and a screen that's fogging up. So I think they're both fogging up. It was a little bit humid. It was a little bit humid, so that might have something to do with fogging up. I need to work on my look. Where you're going? Look. It's not necessarily hard. It's just not intuitive. It's not natural to look at the far end. You know, you want to look where you're going. I mean, which I guess that is where you're going, is looking around the curve, right? Around there. You just gotta trust the bike will get there, and you don't have to worry about looking right in front of you, you know? That's why I like doing those back roads over in the Snake and the Dragon if you're in Knoxville or Maryville, Smoky Mountains. I used to live over there. I used to do that Dragon, I don't know, at least every weekend. Or at least once a month, I should say. And honestly, after doing the Dragon and then doing the Snake, I'll take the Snake. It's way too many people on the Dragon these days. It's almost gotten too popular. And, I mean, it's a challenging stretch of road. Lots of switchbacks. Pretty fun, I guess. But it's just so many people. And I'll tell you, the Snake, I went last night. I didn't see a single car on it. And that was, wish I'd recorded it. But you know what? I just got the camera today. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be rambling this much, usually, on my channel. I probably won't. So I'm just going to entitle this video, Intro to the Channel. you know, kind of give me some tags and some, what do you call it, hashtags, or for people searching for Southwest Virginia or Tri-Cities, Tennessee, GSA, BDR. I probably shouldn't put BDR in there. That'd be like false advertising. Well, I might just sign off here because the rest of this is getting dark and boring. So, thank you for tuning in and welcome to the channel. We're going to do riding videos, motorcycle videos, BMW specifically, GSA. I might do a time lapse of me and my buddy putting together the light system for the bike. But for I'm also on this channel going to be talking about cooking. So I like to cook. Today I made bruschetta for the first time. I know that doesn't sound very fancy, but my wife likes it. I was like, all right, I'll make it for you. And bada boom, bada bing, it was darn good. And you can thank ChatGPT for that, which is another thing that I'm into is AI. So the three things this channel will be about will be motorcycle riding, BMW GSAs, cooking, and artificial intelligence, but not as much as other things. Artificial intelligence mostly will be in the context of how I come up with cool recipes. Every time I want a recipe, I just ask ChatGPT, how do I make this? I hate blind curves. Whew. Or blind hills, that is. I can't wait to record a video before and after with my new lights, because this is a perfect example of where those lights would be helpful. Because I mostly worried at riding at night with watching out for deer, you know. And these new lights are super wide. There's a video that was put on by Denali, but the better video was one that was put on by I forgot the guy's name. It's a biker thing. Yeah, he's got a website in the UK, and he did a video comparison. It was brilliant. All the lights from Denali, all of them side by side, and it really gave you a good sense of what their spread is, their brightness, and everything. Anyway, oh, you know what? It's a good thing I didn't cut it off, because right here, oh, I already forgot the name of it. It's a very fancy schmancy restaurant, but not restaurant, actually golf course. People fly in to play this golf course. Lots of celebrities and hoity-toity folk. I don't play. I got nothing against somebody who does, but it's right here. I can't remember the name of it. Obviously, it's super kind of hidden. You don't even know it's there. So that's why it's kind of exclusive. Anyway, so toodaloo, and all your road are belong to us. Peace out. Okay, I just wanted to test out the I mean, it's not really nighttime. I shouldn't say nighttime, but I want to test out the dusk video quality. So it is low light, I guess you could say. But I mean, there's still some sun, so maybe it isn't dark. But hey, it's a first test at dusk. I think sunset was about 15 minutes ago, maybe 20. So we'll see. Hometown of Abingdon. but people like to call it a Bingden for funnies. All right, cheers.